Hey, good morning, my friends and comrades, and all those good things. I would just ask the question, what am I thinking about or what's on my mind? Well, one of my main thoughts this Monday morning is a project I'm working on. And I'll give you a rundown. Here it is. Here, this is a layout for a painting. Trying to back up further enough so you can see it. Yeah, this is a painting uh, for Obama. It's a layout. I'm using acrylic here, and as you can see there in the background is a sketch of the White House, and with this landscape background behind it. That's just a basic color, and I just sketched in the figure of Obama. And that's him holding his little baby, well, one of them, Shasha. And so what I'm going to do is, but I'm not going to work. I'm like, I still got to figure out. I got to fit. I have to. I got to finish this one first because I only have one easel that can actually hold it, and I got a few more details to do on this one, which is a large canvas, 36 by 48. So, but what I really wanted to run by you is something that's sort of been on my mind, which is uh, about 2 years ago, I found a book, self-published, a photo album of Obama, Journeys to the White House. I guess most of you have probably seen it on my Facebook and online gallery and YouTube and everywhere. And so I asked, I've been trying to get some comments on it. And it seems like people are sort of reluctant to just give me a comment, their opinion of the book. And so, but the few I have got was, they was positive in a way. They was positive. Once I asked about the photo, the photograph, that is stretched back from 2004, yeah, 2004, 2008, during the time he was running for elected office. And because I put that, because what I was doing was I was about to retire, as a jeweler, a jewelry model maker. So, someone had suggested that I take pictures, and so anyway, long story short on that, a brother recommended, well, asked me if I would take some pictures, photos. There's a difference between pictures and photos. I'll get into that later. But so I said, yeah, if I think I can. He said, well, you're an artist, and artists can take pictures, a photograph because, it's composition and all that stuff. Okay, but he told me what he wanted. In fact, he instructed me how to shoot events. I never even, things you never thought about to do. And then I began to watch other photographers that were shooting for the news media, because I was on the same platform, during the big events, rallies, and, you can see a lot of things, because I shot a lot. And, by then we started using digital cameras. So, you can shoot all day. So anyway, I done that for, and that was one of those, weekly newspapers. And as you know, most politicians, when they first began to run, They go to the local weekly newspaper, you know, and so that's what happened during the time that Obama was running, for campaigning anyway, which is good. I don't have no problem with that. All is good, really. So let me get back to where I was. So anyway, that's what I done. I shot quite a few photos. Matter of fact, the editors and publishers will sometimes, get on my case. Man, why come you bring me all those pictures? I can only use, newspaper can only use, you know, 3 or 4 photos, for each issue. So I began selling to other, you know, I sold it to all newspapers who was interested in it, like uh, the Tribune, Sun-Times, Crusader, not Crusader, I mean, the Sun-Times, Tribune. I think those are the two main ones. And also local. And, the digest, the digest. But, so that's what I did. But I still have a lot of photographs. I have hundreds. And it gave me an opportunity to travel, cover different events. And so when I retired as from making jewelry, that's what I did. And so anyway, long story short, I don't want to waste your time. Mumbling, that's what I'm doing. And so what happened was I decided later on, I said, well, I put together a book. That was when, Amazon come out with the new format, which was self-publishing, print on demand. So after so many trials and errors, I put together several photo journals, and I did one of him, the president, you know, Obama. And it's online now. You can find it, just go to my site. Well, I think you already there. And so that's what happened. And it wasn't a good seller. And I couldn't figure that out. I said, is it my work or what? I was curious, like artists are and writing. You're curious when you create something and it don't, it doesn't become a hit or a masterpiece or. So you can make inquiries, and that's what I did. And I made a lot of inquiries. And but people say they lack, they say they lack, and they do. They admire your work. So we know that, we artists, we know that they lack it because they tell us they lack it. And they also tell us, well, it's too rich for my blood. When it's too rich for that blood, they will tell you that. And so we know, that it's too rich. So you wind up giving a lot of our work away, especially to people who, friends and associates who, they really like your work, what you're doing. So that's a regular thing. And but I would ask her, well, can you be a little bit more specific? Like give me a reason. They said, well, I like him, all right. He was a good president, but I ain't paying no X amount of dollars for it. And then a lot of people don't read books other than the books that, mandatory books, like job related books and all that, manuals and stuff. And that's true because, there's so many different diversions, with television and all that. So they just don't, read books like they used to. Like, hey, I got a lot of books here. Look at all these books I got here. Not just one shelf. I got books all over the place. I got books that I brought from Africa with me, you know, books. I just dropped something. Okay, let me get back in here. I have all these books, all over the place. I'm not gonna show you everything. And so I've always been a lover of books. I just like to read about what people's done and what they accomplished in life, you know. And it's been an inspiration for me. And as you can see, just from my, collection and world adventures, because I never would have ventured out of the box. You know what I mean by the box, right? If I hadn't have read something about what someone else did, and especially someone my own color. Now I don't have no problem with anyone writing books about their own people. I think they should, you know, but it seems like we have always been left out. I, well, the main reason could be that we was expecting, someone else to write about our history, and it's not, they're not obligated to write about my history. In fact, they don't even know because they haven't read anything about it because the books that they have read was written by their own people. you Excuse me. And so that's what's going down here. What you're looking at right now is a sketch I made in Ghana back in 1972. I just did a pencil sketch, so I found it. I came across it a couple about a year ago, and I just put a little coloring in it. The top one is a mania. That's on the left, Mantu dancer, and to the right is dancers from Uganda. Oh, that was 7 years ago. At the time, I was a member of the Council of Elders, Dance Africa. I'm just rambling here, y'all. This is my other book here. I wrote this for The Odyssey of the Artists. That's cool too, And now this is a picture book. Hope I don't drop this one. Those are just some of the things that I've done since I retired, and that was in 1998. But anyway, let me get back to my subject. So, Obama. Hey, Obama. Anyway, he's a good dude, great dude. I wish I can get him to endorse my book for you to look at it. But I understand politicians don't do that because if they do it for one, this is what they say. They'll get 1,000, a million, 10 million other writers and authors and painters, visual artists, with the same question. Well, you endorse him, why don't you endorse him? Okay, but so that's what's going on. But that's the question I got out there. Why? Uh, why is it difficult for artists? Okay, I use the word. No, I'm not going to use it 'cause I'm not putting us down. I don't want it to appear that I'm putting my own self down because everybody has their reason. But what I would like, what I really want, is opinions, you know, and comments on not only my work as an artist, but I mean artists' work, period, and particularly, especially African American artists. Tell us what you think about our work. Tell us if you don't like it, if you like it. Tell us whether it stink. I know it don't stink, yeah. Or it do. Old people have the prerogative we could speak our mind because we already got one foot in the grave, but we've been keeping our mouths shut all during the time y'all was growing up, and going through life and everything. So now we are free, to speak our mind on issues that we just haven't spoke about, hadn't talked about because, we have jobs and, because first thing somebody gonna call you is radical. The old stuff. So anyway, that's a painting I made. See this? I think it's finished. It started as, well, it's the history behind all pictures. Matter of fact, that's my purpose, is telling stories. Now, this was a scene that I visioned at the South Side Community Arts Center. I was just attending a meeting, a CAP meeting, and I noticed the window on the second floor, and there was a table next to it with some flowers, plants on it. And so later, I took a photo of it. And when I returned to my studio, I, it turned into a painting. And here, you're looking at it now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, and friends, um, take care. Like the elders say, hey, take care of yourself. You're all you really got. Peace, love, and happiness.